then the Risen Star after being third in the Lecomte. Just sort of talk about, I mean, that was a horse that had a lot of expectations being a half to Monomoy Girl.
Yeah, he ran really well in the Lecomte. He was one of the few horses that was forwardly placed in the race and stayed on at the end, so that was encouraging. I think the mile and an eighth. I think he'll be. I think he'll handle it fine. He galloped out well in the Lecomte, and he's been training extremely well since. 2 really solid works, and he's coming into the race in good shape. I think the outside draw could be a good thing. Last time he was stuck down inside and kind of pulled on Floron a little bit up the backside. I think maybe on Saturday he'll be able to break, get some good forward position, and hopefully relax and shut off going down the backside.
Did you look at the 2 divisions and say, how did almost everybody in the Lecomte draw into the same division?
Yeah, I guess as far as the local horses, it seems like it's definitely the first division seems to be maybe a touch more loaded, I guess, not taken away from the second group, but obviously the local horses, the horses that ran well in the comp are all back in the same division. So, it's a solid group for sure.
And then you're also going to have the widely awaited 3-year-old debut of British Idiom, the 2-year-old filly champion.
Yeah, we're excited about that. We've been pointing for this race since the Breeders' Cup, and she's really turned it on over the last month. I'm excited about her. I really think she's going to run well. I think she drew well, I believe 6 or 7. And, with a good trip, she's going to be I think she'll like this track too. Obviously, she's been training well on it, but I think she'll benefit from the long stretch. To this point in time, obviously British Idiom has accomplished a good bit more than Monomoy had at this point. Coming into this point in Monomoy's 3-year-old year, she had not even won a Great Stake. She was second in the Goldenrod, and she won the Rags of Riches, so just an overnight stake winner. But this filly, really at the end of the day, she's won 2 Grade 1s. It's we're just trying to keep her in good form, and hopefully she can have a good 3-year-old year. We'll see what happens.
You call Monomoy Girl Monomoy, so what do you call Mr. Monomoy?
I call him Monomoy now, I guess, just because he's been in the barn since last summer. But I think Monomoy Girl is referred to as the big filly. We refer to her as the big filly. So, but it's cool having them both in the barn, and obviously they don't look much alike, but they're both they both have attitudes, which is good. Most good horses do.
And British Idiom would continue, you think, to follow the path of Monomoy Girl as a 3-year-old, or just wait to see what happens here before you decide?
Yeah, it's always one race at a time with all these things, but or all these horses. But I don't know. We've kind of thought about it, and looking forward. It depends. We've got some other talented fillies in the barn. I can't deny that. Owners are very aware of that. But it just kind of we've got some, obviously Taraz and Portrait, some fillies that She Dares the Devil, fillies that we think are graded fillies that we would like to give those an opportunity at some point down the line to run in graded stakes this spring and hopefully into the summer and fall, and let them develop hopefully into graded stake winners. Obviously some of them British Idiom's already marked off the graded stake company, but we're hoping we got 3 or 4 other fillies that are be competitive in graded stakes throughout the year. Yeah, the ratio is obviously, I think it's 4 out of the last 6 years. I don't know if it's the winner of the Oaks ran in the Rachel. I think they've all won the Rachel and won the Oaks 4 out of the last 6 years. So obviously it's a key race, and that it's definitely worthy of its Grade 2 status without a doubt. So it's a key race, and like you said, it's produced as many winners as the Fairgrounds Oaks. It's a key step toward the Kentucky Oaks for sure.
And the Risen Star last year produced 3 Grade 1 winners and a ton of graded stakes winners.
It was a huge. It was a huge race as far as producing good horses. We obviously had Owendale that went on to win 3 graded stakes and a Grade 1 placing. It's the thing with these fairgrounds races, when you look, you're going to see a Saturday in the Risen Star. They're just deep races. And I'm not knocking other venues, but you look up and you see graded stakes, and you see fillies, Colts and fillies chasing that Derby or Oaks Dream, and they're beating 4 and 5 horses. And at the end of the day, that's just, I don't know how seasoned those horses and how much those horses actually get out of that, as opposed to running here with these larger fields. It's only a positive, to run against these larger fields when you're going to have to do things like running a 14-horse field in the Oaks and a 20-horse field in the Derby. So, running against lots of horses and getting, getting, I guess, multiple trips. You're not going to get the same trip every time. You see a lot of these other racetracks where short fields, and obviously, the front runners are deadly. Speed's deadly in those races, and they normally hold on. I don't know what they get out of that, but I guess you got to get there. But these horses do get a lot out of these races for sure.
Yeah, and if you can't show the signs that you need to go the next step, then you don't need to be fooling yourself either. At Churchill Downs, you could go a path of least resistance that could be a lot. It's still worth a lot of money.
That's exactly right, and that's what we did with Owendo last year. He just, he had seasoning, but he just wasn't where he needed to be. And we raced him. He ran in the Risen Star last year, and I believe was 8th, beating a little ways, but came out of in good shape. We just thought we would hit the reset button, and it worked out extremely well for him. I mean, he ran back into Lexington, first race off of the Dole effort here in the Risen Star, and ran a huge race at Keeneland. So it's one of those things where you kind of like you said, you kind of find out where we are with the colts here on Saturday.